Cavemaning, you gotta be flexible.
Booga, booga.
Let me try to ignite it now. Dude, there's a big fish. The Ooga Booga Caveman Handline. Worm. Hey guys, I got Holden here, Holden Anton. He just finished his vision quest. You guys should go check him out. But we're out here, we're gonna do a caveman challenge. So I'm testing Holden out. I'm testing myself out more than anything because I got like primitive gear, nothing but primitive. And I'm gonna try to make a food, fire, water, and shelter. Handline fishing line. I got stone axes, stone knives, stone shards. Holden's got the bow drill. Give me a little bit of a head start on a friction fire. So there's gonna be nothing but primitive, and we gotta spend the night. And we're already starting off a little rough here. Yeah. It's gonna be challenging. It's not gonna be easy. Anyway, I'll turn you around and I'll show you what I'm seeing. I'm thinking if we pile sticks up here enough that we can make that into like some kind of a bear cave. So if you're not sure what this is called, it's a little bit called bushcraft, but it's more like, well, it's caveman. This is caveman survival because we don't have any tools to make anything fancy. So we're gonna make a debris pile. And because it's gonna be so much work, I'm simply going to put this on a time lapse and you guys are gonna enjoy us fighting to turn this into somewhere that can fit 2 people nice and snug without getting wet. Ugh. How's it going? You getting that one? Or is that one getting you? Anything you can find goes on a debris shelter. We're not taking any more of these branches off. It looks like it might fall down. What just happened?
The whole thing just fell. It's not really funny.
It's not funny at all, is it?
No.
There goes all our work. Our bear shelter bear den just decided to give up on us. Like all we have left now for a shelter is to crawl into there, which I don't know if it's high enough. We take everything off and try to prop this up though. We gotta prop that log up. Maybe one you could crawl in there, but it's still not covered. It's covered over here nicely, but then when it collapsed, it's basically got rid of the opening. We had a good start of a nice debris shelter in just like a few minutes, but now I can't see how that's gonna work. So we're gonna have to start again. All right, guys, we're on option 2, cavemaning. You gotta be flexible. So I managed to find 2 sticks. There's not a lot of trees that are like laying down perfectly. The one behind me is also not perfect. It's too low, and because it's too low, we're gonna have a hard time fitting in there. So gonna get Holden help here. Hang on to it. We'll see if this is gonna work. If it's not gonna work, we're gonna have to find another tree. All right, let her down. All right, so we learned some lessons there. Just make sure that you check the tree. This is gonna be the 3rd try. So probably it's gonna work. I tested this tree here. Seems pretty good. There's some trees or branches jammed into the ground over there. And as long as we don't remove the ones over on this side here, and then past here, this one's hovering. We need to remove it because it's in the way. I think that's gonna work. Because I'm running out of energy at this point now, and I gotta still build a whole freaking shelter. It's always a check when you look up like that, like and you see if there's holes. You cover the hole nicely with your head there, so if it drips, it'll drip on your head.
Okay.
So back up. You gotta back up. Sit on the ground.
I don't want to sit on the ground.
Well, we gotta dry it off. We gotta get a fire in here and dry it. So we got, like I'd say, that's a pretty good dent on it. There are still some soft pockets there, but we only started remaking this third shelter for maybe like 45 minutes or an hour.
Yeah.
This one went a lot smoother, didn't it?
Well, yeah.
So we had to change.
It didn't fall in like 10 seconds.
We had to change tactics, so we had to go with the duff instead. And thankfully, there's a lot of duff. So in between doing all the other things, we'll duff-proof this thing. Just keep adding more, right? That's all you can do. But it's actually passable now. It would get us through a pretty good rain. Maybe not perfectly, but it would be a pretty good job compared to sitting out under a tree or...
I'm not getting rained on right now, but I'm getting mosquitoed on.
Yeah. Well, once we get a fire, we got to get primitive caveman fire going, and that'll really get rid of the mosquitoes. And then we can make just like a smoky fire and just add a bunch of like green leaves and smoke them out, because that's what's going to have to protect us for tonight. Right?
Yeah.
Did you learn anything about making shelters? I did.
Don't put sticks on a moldy log.
An old moldy log. Pick a...
Twice.
Yeah, twice. Pretty wide footprint, maybe 4 feet wide. You could see there's spots where the light's coming through, so we got to add more there. It looks pretty good on the top. Alright guys, let's have a peek at our primitive tools, our caveman tools. Found a piece of vertebrae. I'm not sure what that's from, but we actually could have employed this to build a shelter, because it's a digging stick. Any piece of bone whatsoever is a digging stick. And then here is what I'm hoping to get our food with. This is simply a hand line to do some hand line fishing. And then inside here we have some assorted hooks and sinkers and split shots. Over here we have this is our drinking utensil, because primitive people didn't filter their water. They simply drank whatever they could find, and if they got giardia, they dealt with it, and then the weak ones died and the strong ones survived. So we won't be filtering any water. We'll be testing our luck with creek water. And then over here, this is what primitive people would have used to cut. This is all shards, so this is what breaks off after you make a really nice knife. You end up with just a whole bunch of different kinds of shards, and so these shards here you can actually use to cut. Probably all of my caveman tools, this is my favorite. This it keeps me company when I'm editing, because it's perfectly balanced. The stone is heavy, and then the antler handle is heavy, and the whole thing just feels cool. Grab our fishing stuff, because we got to get some food, and I'm not going to bother making a fire just yet until I make sure I've got a reason to need one. So let's get fishing. We did such a good job on our other shelter. Worm. Worm make fishy. Fishy eat. Fish. Fish on, fish on. Big fish, big fish. Dude, it's a big fish. Oh, oh yeah! Handline, baby. Handline fish. Bro, get wrecked, brook trout. Stay on the shore. Holy! Bro! High fives!
My hand's dirty.
Oh man, that was amazing fight. You see how that's done, bro, son? Yeah, baby. It's just kind of like ice fishing. It's just more tactile. You can like feel the bites on the line and everything. Oh man, I'm just making it worse and worse and worse. I wish I had a fishing line, don't you think? Here, Holden, here's dinner. There you go.
Wow. How do I?
How does anybody? We just got to work that out there. Oh, she's wrapped, eh? Food. Ooga booga. Dude, we gotta, oh, I forgot. We can actually use bonkers. We're caveman, but I actually knocked her out clean. Look, it's quivering. See that? That means it's dead. But ooga booga. There you go. Ooga booga. Nonsense. I'm so pumped by that. Do you know how hard that is to do?
Yeah, get another one.
All right.
Dinner. This is one.
Well, we share it. So handline fishing's a little bit of a pain in the butthole, but we're managing. The thing I noticed right away is that I can feel like every single thing that happens on my finger there. In fact, I had like a very, very light tap there and then it let go. And then the big pain in the butt though is like unwinding and winding. So I've already tried one time, just like forget the line, just get the line in and it made a big mess. And then the second time I tried to reel in with the line. So obviously there's pros and cons to each one. The current here is helping me because I'm actually getting out in the current and the current's staying the rest of the way. If I had to fling it out, I think I'd need like a smoother fishing rod because it doesn't want to come out easily. I don't know what it is. Anybody I've ever seen use a hand line, they'll typically use like 20-pound test, like really, really heavy stuff. For trout, that's not going to work. So you'd have to use like 20-pound test, which will come off the line easy, and then taper that down at something at the end, which would be doable. So to reel up, just like this, and then you got to make sure that you're actually going over and not catching it. And then to cast, you're tossing it. It'd be nice if it just unraveled. Seems to be coming off a little bit better now, but still not as good as a fishing rod. I reel in like this, and all I'm doing is getting it out in the current, and then kind of walking it back a little bit till I get a take. If I get a take, I leave slack, and that'll let the fish swallow it, and then I can reel it in. Let's see if we can get one live here. I feel like there's a fish there, but I'm actually pulling it in. So once it's gonna get to a panic point, I have to set the hook or it's gonna drop it. So I gotta get that line tight before I set it. That fish is just walking back. Where did it go? I think maybe it let go. Must have let go. Yeah, let go because I held it too hard. So anyway, it's tricky. I lost him. Saw the flash of the fish too. The bite. Okay, got him that time. Oh, I didn't get him. Missed him. Lost him again. Worm!
What are you doing?
What?
So you're so dumb.
Fish! 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 Oh, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna try to wind it up, but I don't know if it's gonna work. Oh, this is a big one. Dude, this is a big one. Oh, look at it. Oh, this is a good one. Oh, stay out of the... Stay out of... Oh no, it's in the tree. In the trees. I'm gonna lose it in the tree. Come on. It's so... I feel so helpless. I can't reel it all the way up. Oh, shoot, it freaked out. I knew it was gonna do that. Bro, I got 2! Here, grab it. Hang on tight, bro. Hang on. Watch that hook. Oh, I had a good hook set on it anyway, surprisingly. Ooga booga. Ooga de booga. Oh yeah, I forgot. There you go. It's two trouts. Gotta find another worm. You know how I find a worm?
How?
I'm gonna show you how. Worm! Ooga booga. I don't know if you can tell or see that. Watch right here. See it peel? Oh, he wrapped me.
Every time.
I'm hung up. Gonna have to snap off. Once it comes out. Ah! Yeah, it's still there. Got it out and the fish is still on.
Yeah, you got it.
I got it. This small one. But I got it. Oh, and the line's all a mess because I thought I was snagged for sure. It wrapped around a tree. Oh well, smallest of the bunch, but that means we can have what? Well, 1.5 each.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna clean fish 2 different ways. We're gonna clean one with the knife because, well, I want to show you how sharp you can make a knife. But if you were, like I said, if you're working on, you know, a big animal, you probably would be using the shards because the shards are discards. So you want to, you know, do a couple of animals or a couple of fish or whatever, discard whatever. The big animal, big project, you're gonna use all of your shards and you're probably just gonna leave them when you're done. So we're gonna grab a fish here and we're just gonna go how we normally clean it. I'm just gonna go up the butt and then I'm gonna cut around and take everything out and we should be ready to go. So I want you guys to see like just how well this works. So it's going to be a comparison between the knife. You guys saw that knife cut like a knife. This is stone and it cuts exactly like a knife. And like a knife, it can get dull. So again, we're going to compare that to a shard. So this is just a discard waste item from making something like that or some other kind of stone tool. And then so we're going to slice up just the same way as we would with a regular knife. You can see it has absolutely no problem cutting through, just like a knife. Slices like crazy. This stuff is like ridiculously sharp, seriously sharp. Gonna get a fire going now, so we need some birch bark. And unfortunately, the outside of every single piece of birch bark is wet.
All right, so I'm getting this drier wood here since everything's wet. This tree seems to be more dry. As you can see, the inside of the wood's dry. It's pretty much impossible to find a tree that's not soaking wet right now because it just rained. See, this one has a bit more water on it and in it than that one over there, but you have to settle for this when you gotta make a fire in the wilderness. Sometimes it's not perfect. That's what I'm looking for, the dry stuff. And the mediums here. I'm looking for some more smaller medium branches here. So This tree is not bad. It's a little bit dry on the inside, so that's nice.
It's ridiculous. Here, you do your turn.
I'm not doing that.
Hey, brother. No,
What?
it's Goofy, right?
Yeah.
Is that goofier?
Yeah.
You know what's goofy?
What?
Your hood.
No, it's not.
It's pretty goofy.
It's practical because there's mosquitoes in there.
It's practical and goofy all at the same time.
That's not how it works.
No?
No. If it's practical, it's not goofy.
All right, well, I think we're gonna get one-shot deal out of this one. I can't do it. Raw fish.
Raw fish. What is that?
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got my Tinder bundle made here. Here, you're gonna hold on to that for moral support. I'm gonna transfer it to that, okay? From here, from the Tinder bundle.
You're gonna put it on mine?
No, I'm gonna blow this into flame,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna catch that on the fire, and then you're gonna give it back to me, and I'm gonna go light the fire.
Okay.
So
So this is a
it's-
good luck charm?
No, I gotta transfer to that.
Oh.
It has a practical. You have a practical reason. And if anything goes wrong, it's your fault.
What?
Well, have I ever made a bojo fire for you before?
I've made myself a bojo fire. You taught me when I was like 10. And
Yeah, but
I made one. No, I did.
You actually got it?
I made one and then I quit.
Oh, do you remember how to do it?
Well, yeah, I just watched you do it.
Well, I didn't do it.
Oh, you didn't do it, but you like started it. That's
Well, I'm getting the prep done.
Wow.
Ah! It's a whole nother thing to get. You want to do it today?
No.
Dude, it's so damp.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
ridiculous.
It's literally like you can see the water on the leaves.
In my prep, I tried Ray Riverbend Longbows. They did a great job. If I didn't have my preferred method, I would do that. I did not get enough heat on that. I get more purchase with this. This is a long bearing block, long spindle. This one I found it was just a little tough on my wrist. So anyway, everything's flat, plumb, and level here, hopefully. So we're building up a dust bundle at the back. Can you see the dust bundle forming at the back of the notch?
Yeah.
Okay, so when that gets full, we can light it. So you want it all nice and packed in there. Mosquitoes!
Motivation to make a fire so they go away.
Yeah. Let me try to ignite it now. Is that lit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's smoking on its own. That means it's lit.
On fire.
It's on fire. It is on fire. Okay, but it's too small, so we gotta make it bigger. Okay, stable now. Now we can talk if we want to. We don't want to knock it out, but I gotta move it so that it goes, I can put it in the bundle here. Right, it's second home. So we don't want to blow that too much. It's going. Okay, transfer it.
Wait.
It's fine. Okay?
Mhm.
Okay. So we got it transferred in here successfully. Now we want to get it nice and deep inside. Here,
And then blow up.
it's going to smolder in here. There we go, flame.
Yep.
We just gotta load it up and make sure we get some coals going so that we can make
Eat
sure.
dinner.
Yeah, eat dinner. We got a chance here to test our stone axe. So it's a wooden handle with actually a legitimate piece of stone. And I need to get something to cook a fish on. So I thought it would be neat to try to cut maybe this little birch down. There's a clump here, so maybe I'll pick one appropriate size one and see if we can hack her down. I'm just gonna hit it around the tree, and then hopefully what it's gonna do is give me a blunt spot. Oh, we're excited. I got a stick. Anyway, combination. So I used this to pummel the fibers, and then I used my knife to cut the fibers. If I had to use one or the other, probably not have worked as well. Now we have a 3-pronged stick, which if we can manage to break, see, they don't want to break that good. Like live trees, they're hard to break because the fibers are all intact. But we want to make something that we can cook our fish with. Got Holden out there collecting bedding. So he's looking for little spruce twigs, because we definitely don't want to be laying on the ground here. Oh, that's a nice, really nice warm fire. Fire! Let's go! A good scraping tool, just a shard debarker. That actually works really, really well. I'm impressed by that, actually. Thread that through, just like a hot dog. All the way under the skin to the back. Ooh, that's hot! Wicked hot! Instead of running all the way back down to the creek, if you want to wash your hands or wash your bum. I don't know if cavemans would have washed their bum. You guys think they washed their bum? They probably washed their bum. Probably went down to the creek and did one of those after they pooped. Anyway, yeah, so you wash your hands or wash your bum. This is nature's toilet paper.
Alright, so I just used this. It's I think it's a vertebrae. It's some type of bone, obviously. I think it's a vertebrae. You guys can tell me what it is, because I'm not really sure. But I liked it because like I could just scoop it, and it would, instead of using my hand to get them all wet, I could just scoop the whole thing, and it was much faster, much more efficient. Primitive tools is what the cavemen used to scrape the leaves onto their structures.
So Holden's saying it's super hot in there, and when he tried to put the bedding down, which is good. I'm going to test my luck with water. And of course, I'll always leave it in the description of whether I got myself giardia. It's pretty good. It's cool. I got it from the middle. There's animals pooping and peeing in here, but I figure there's probably more water than poop. Like the concentration. It's caveman, man, you gotta do it. So I'm not gonna subject Holden to my stupid caveman experiment drinking water. I brought him some water so he didn't have to suffer. And anyway, any more than he needed to on this ridiculous caveman challenge. Well, eat up. Eat your toads. We've been busy beavers.
Busy beavers.
Busy monkeys. Since the caveman challenge.
Yep. Nasty.
snuggly, but there's lots of room.
This is actually not that bad.
It is, like, it's better than I thought. Like,
Yeah.
remember how it was gonna look? I mean, it would have been pretty rough the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Lots of headroom. Actually, it's pretty comfortable.
Noticed
Did you notice that this collects the heat?
What? This thing?
Yeah, like the heat's coming in here and then
Yeah,
it's warming.
staying. Yeah, because there's like a roof.
Yeah,
Yeah. There's the
like it's collecting the heat, and actually I can feel, if I put my hand back here, I can still feel heat. We did good.
Yeah.
I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah. Well, we didn't. We didn't succumb to the failure of the.
Were you
this
close to
first
giving
game.
up?
I wanted to.
Yeah, there was so we almost got in a fist fight.
Nah, I would have won.
If you want to. Well, Holden's still sleeping, so I'll give him a bit more time. Thought he might get up if I stoke the fire, but I head down to the creek and grab something to drink, and then I'll come back and see if he's up by then, and if so, then we can get out of here, because, well, we survived. I think we thrived. Sleep was not too bad. I slept well anyway. Comfy. As far as like sleeping on the ground, comfy. It's pretty soft here. Very well. What do you think?
Terrible sleep.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't sleep that bad.
Well, it's not a bad.
Well, no, more spruce boughs next time.
That doesn't make a difference. I need
We-
a cotton bed.
Were you dry?
Yeah, I was dry.
Well,
Well, it's humid, but
yeah.
I was dry besides that.
You want to get home?
Yeah.
Want to get some food on the way home?
I want to get some fried chicken on the way home.
Mary Brown's?
Yeah, Mary Brown's is the best chicken. KFC fell off.
All right. Well, if you enjoyed this, you watch it all the way through, right? Full stop. Go check out Holden. Holden Anton is his channel. His video is on my channel, so that he could get paid. But go subscribe to Holden Anton on his channel, so he can collect subscribers in the meantime. And then when he has enough subscribers, he'll put his content up there.
Yep.
So, let's see you in the next one.
Yep. See ya.